Welcome back guys to another episode of F1 2023. This is the penultimate weekend, so week 22 in Las Vegas. Really looking forward to this track. So let's see how we get on, and yeah, hopefully we can finish on the podium this week around this street circuit. So we are going to change things up this week. We're going to get in a few more laps. So we are going to do a few practice laps. Obviously first time racing around here. Then we are going to make the race longer as well. So there'll be more racing for you guys to watch as well this week. Yeah, it's definitely a circuit that I have been looking forward to. So yeah, we're going to try and enjoy it as much as we can during this video. And let's see how we get on. So we are going to make the race 18 laps, and we'll just go straight to qualifying. So we'll make it a longer session here. So normally we'd do 5 laps. We have done the odd 11 laps here and there, but we'll make this one a medium race. See how we get on across Vegas, this street circuit. We are 2 races from completing our rivalry as well against Mr. Max Verstappen. So yeah, hopefully we can add some points on the board here, get some extra points in that rivalry against Max, and finish off nicely for the rest of this season here. So coming up is the one-shot qualifying. We have never driven around here, so it's going to be a very interesting track, but looking forward to this on the race calendar all season, to be honest. So a little treat for you guys watching this series. A few more extra laps added on to race day itself. So yeah, let's see how we get on around qualifying, and so far it's looking good. P1 so far. But again, it's a newish track. Not too sure what to expect from here. In terms of braking situations, any sharp corners, or any fast corners. I just hope it's a bit better than Singapore. Singapore was a horrendous weekend for us. I did not enjoy that race at all. But again, it looks like a pretty good track so far. Lots of pace. So you have the odd sharp corner here and there, but so far it's looking good. Looks like the cars behind are quite some distance away as well, so we've definitely got some pace this weekend. Our parts unfortunately failed in the development, so we have no new parts, so we are running the same car that we ran in the previous weeks. We have got some parts coming just before the finale, so hopefully they'll be done in time, but yeah, unfortunately development failed for this weekend, so we have nothing new on the car. Coming up to the end there. Alright, perfect. So we start off the race weekend in P1. Perfect. Let's see what the race time was on that. See how quick we was around there. 1:35, not bad at all. So Hamilton, Alonso, Russell. Verstappen down in 8th as well, which is great because he's our rival there, so that's perfect. So that's great. So that's a few extra points for us there against Verstappen, which is perfect. So we was already 9 points ahead now. Well, we are now. So 1 race left as well. We should get some extra points after the race as well, so we can add to that tally. So it looks like we should be good there on that rivalry. So that's 2 rivalries won. We won the previous one against Sainz, lost the first one against Tsunoda, unfortunately. But right, let's go into the race here. I'm not sure how many pits we're going to have to do, whether it will be just the 1 or 2, based on it being a medium race. But yeah, let's see how we get on. We will not forget this time. If you've watched some of the previous videos where we've done longer races, you would have seen that obviously you have to pit. In one of the videos we took the risk and we didn't pit, and we ended up getting disqualified when we was in P1. So we'll make sure to pit this time in Vegas. Just try and give ourselves enough room ahead and space from the cars behind. Make sure we've got enough to get into the pits and hopefully back out of there. If not, obviously we'll just work our way through the places again if we need to. But yeah, really looking forward to this race. It should be a good circuit to race on. We've already got 1.7 seconds faster than Hamilton, the car behind us as well, so hopefully we can pick up some more pace around here. We just need another good start here, so let's see how we get on. Right. Good start so far. Right, very good start, nearly a second quicker than the cars already behind. So that is a perfect start here to the race. I think it is going to come down to just consistency around these corners, and then hopefully we get a bang on pit strategy as well. Okay, bit rough through those corners there. Not lost too much pace, but we could be a bit around those corners, so we'll need to remember that for the next couple of laps. There will be multiple opportunities as well, I guess, for the cars behind to use DRS, so that'll be interesting to see that come into play as well, if the cars behind get to within a second of us. I mean, so far it's looking good. They're just over that 1 second barrier, so hopefully we can keep it that way throughout the whole race here. It's a very, very nice track with all the hotels here that you can see on the left and right hand side. I think IRL they was charging people sort of, I think $1,500 for like an entrance fee to the casinos that were in view of the track here. Even if you didn't have a race ticket, you still had to pay that on the day to go into the casino that had a view of the racetrack, which is absolutely crazy. I think this is probably going to turn out to be one of the most expensive sort of races and tickets, alongside probably I'd say Miami and Monaco, to be honest. But I mean, it does look like a very, very good track. You can see they've got the sphere in the background already as well. See, I'm not sure how long it will take for them to actually put all these stands in, but definitely looks like a very good circuit. Should be an enjoyable one for the racers as well. Hopefully that sphere doesn't light up too bright, because it looks like it's going to be a blinding light. Okay, 1.5 seconds here to Hamilton, still the same gap, so we are pretty consistent here around these first couple of laps. We are only on lap 2 of 18 here, so we've got quite a distance to go, and we have got a pit stop coming up as well. I reckon it will be anywhere between laps 6 and 10, that is what it's been sort of on average with these 11 lap races. Obviously we're going longer here, so I don't know whether the strategy will be 2 pit stops on such a medium race, but whatever we need to do, we will obviously make sure we pit this time and not taking any risks.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead.
Okay, so we need to push the car a bit, because Hamilton is going to have DRS. So Hamilton has been our biggest rival over the last couple of weeks. It's definitely been pushing us to the max. So yeah, we're going to see if we can hold our position here, because they are definitely got a lot of pace on the straights. There's not as many braking corners as I was expecting, especially for a race circuit, street circuit, but there's definitely a lot of straights where you can overtake, and if you've got a car that's got pace like the Mercedes have in this game, it's just definitely going to be cause for concern. Right, we've gone wide there, bit of a mistake, and Hamilton's going to come through. Alright, let's try and defend heavy. Hamilton's gone through. See if we can regain this position. Right, we've got Alonso coming behind us as well. Alright, we braked very, very late there, but that's worked in our favour there. We've got our position back. We're just going to have to keep pushing here. Hamilton and Alonso definitely are going to be some trouble this race, I reckon. Right, lap 4 of 18, so a few more laps and then the pit window will open. I'm not sure whether it's a good idea to pit early and get out the way and then just work our way back through the field, knowing that all the cars in front need to potentially pit as well. We'll see how the next couple of laps go and what the timing situation is like. But as I say, we are ideally looking for, if we don't pit till late, then we'll be looking for a 20-second gap roughly to the cars behind. If not, yeah, we will need to make our way through quite a few cars. But Sainz in P5 there is already 4 seconds behind, so it is looking pretty good. I just don't know how close all the other cars are to each other after P5. Considering it is a street circuit, the cars should be pretty well grouped together. Like in Singapore, it's pretty much like a train, just one car after the other, all following each other. Right, the time there, Hamilton's Mercedes has definitely got some pace here in the straight. You can see his time reducing by a few tenths of a second on that straight there. I did think he was going to end up just going there on that straight, but luckily we kept the pace with him there. Managed to regain that position pretty quickly, which was good. Another fastest lap there as well, which is great. Okay, so Norris 6 seconds. I'm not sure where he is in the race. Let's see.
They're sitting in 7th. The difference is 4.4 seconds. Your last lap time was 1 minute 39.6.
Okay, that's fine, but we want... Right, pit window laps 8 to 12, and we would rejoin in 20th. Okay, so that's not ideal, but right, we're losing quite a lot in the tyres as well. Right, I may wait a lap or two before pitting because Hamilton is there again, so he's going to push us again. Yep. He's going to have the pace here in the straight. See if we can keep up with him. Alonso coming through as well. Right, we need to just push these cars here, see what we can do. We've got Russell behind as well. Right, let's see if we can catch up with these boys here. Yeah, the Mercedes has just got too much pace on the straight there. That's quite crazy. Alright, everyone's on softs at the minute in the top 5, so hopefully they go into mediums as well. We've done a bit of damage there, but let's see if we can regain that position from Hamilton as well. Hamilton is going to definitely have some pace coming up to these straights that are going to be coming up, so we're going to have to be very, very careful. See if we can stay within touching distance. If he pits, we may go into the pits as well, just to get it out of the way. If we pit at the same time, then we should be good. I will have to see what happens.
Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 1.5 seconds.
Oh, big accident there. We need to pick up the pace. Hamilton's gone, so we need to put our foot down, see if we can catch him up again. Alonso closing the gap again here. That Aston Martin has got some serious pace. Sainz just flying through here. God, that Ferrari's just out of nowhere. That was some incredible pace there from Sainz. Straight up into P3 there. Crazy pace on that straight. Right, Hamilton over 2.5 seconds now. So we need to work some magic here. lap 7 of 18, so we have still got time. We've got time. We just need to have a few perfect laps here, try and knock some time off. We have still got the quickest time, so we're definitely knocking some time off here as well. Right, 1.4 seconds. If we can drop it down to a second, we will have that extra pace around DRS, which is going to help us. Right, it's this corner here that always causes us a bit of trouble. We're going to hit the wall again. Yep, Sainz is going to come right behind us here with his pace on this straight coming up.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Right, this is the straight that Sainz performed his 2-place magic last lap, so let's just see if we can push here hard, because he's definitely going to be coming behind us at the end of this corner here, I reckon. Yep. He's making a move. Ferrari's just got too much pace on this straight. It's actually incredible. The Mercedes as well. On the straights, they've just got so much pace. Alonso there pushing Sainz back into P4. It's been a good battle so far for the top 5. Cut the corner quite bad there. Okay. Let's see if we can catch up with Hamilton just before the end of this lap. Close that gap slightly. I'm not sure where we are going to end up coming out as well after these pits, but looks like we may have quite some work to do. But we've got plenty of laps left. We're only on lap 8 of 18 here, so we will have plenty of time to hopefully regain our P1 position. Especially considering that the gap is not that big in terms of the times between all the cars at the minute. So I think a longer pit or a slower pit is definitely going to cause people to lose a few positions.
1.7 seconds.
At 1.7 seconds as well to the car ahead and the car behind, so pretty much equal distance here. Right, we are coming up to the pits though, so we are going to box at the end of this lap and see if any of our cars beside us are going to pit as well. I mean, I expect some of them will, to be honest. Not too sure. We'll have to see. Yeah, Hamilton's going in as well. Right, so he's going to come out ahead of us. Right, let's see where we come out. Hamilton's ahead of us. Alonso's gone in there as well. Alright, Hamilton's already pitted and he's going to come out. Yeah, Hamilton's gone ahead of us. 17 laps, right. That will see us through to the end here, but Hamilton is ahead of us in the pits. We've got Alonso behind us. Right, we'll come out into P13, so not too bad, but we're going to have to try and get past the Vries as quick as we can and try and catch up Hamilton here as we're making our way through. If we can overtake Hamilton with the other cars that need to pit, we've got a good chance of regaining and staying in P1. Right, that's a bit of a dodgems there. Not ideal. Right, Hamilton is quickly dispatching these cars as well, so we're going to have to try and make a move and overtake quite a few cars if we can. Try and catch them off guard. Tsunoda, our first rival here, first couple of weeks. See if we can do us a favour and move out the way. Hamilton going past Zhu as well. Big mistake there. Right, that's fine. Right, we've got Hamilton in our sights. Right, we've been playing dodgems so far this lap. Not ideal, but it's sort of worked in our favour. Hamilton's making a pass as well on Hulkenberg. Right, thank you very much. Oh, Hamilton's gone through. Can't believe it. He's done it. Oh, he's done all three of us there. What a move by Hamilton that was. I thought we had him on the straight.
Lando's coming in for his stop now.
I thought we had him there on the straight. Come on. No, we've lost our pace there.
Lando's in the pits. Lando in the pits.
What a move. We are through. We are back in P1. Perfect. That was amazing racing there by Hamilton, to be fair. He took all three of us. I thought I had him on the straight, and he's absolutely wiped all three of us there, but we have finally regained the position. P1. Let's see if we can keep hold of it now. We have got 8 laps to go. It's been a very, very good race, to be honest. One of the best of all season. I suppose that's what you get when you're racing nearly 20 laps instead of the usual 5. You do get some competitiveness, but that's fine. We have now got over a second now ahead of Hamilton, so we've got that pace again. But again, on the straight, he's just closing the gap. It's gone from being just over a second to just under 0.5 of a second now. Absolutely crazy on that straight. Alright, and he's going to do the same here. He's going to close the gap on this straight here. Let's just push the car. Another fastest lap there. I feel like we've pretty much hit a fastest lap on near enough every single lap, barring the obviously pit stop lap and maybe the other one here or there, but every other lap has been the quickest time, which is perfect. It means we are definitely getting quick around here, learning the track more. A bit of a mistake there. We haven't had the best of races either, to be honest. I mean, we have made a few mistakes here and there. I mean, we got lucky playing dodgems with the cars, which we needed to be careful of. But, I mean, other than that, we have got very, very lucky. I mean, I'm surprised that we've kept up with the Mercedes, Ferraris and Aston Martins on those straights there. The way that Sainz came flying through from 5th to sort of 2nd. It's crazy speed from the Ferrari there. Right, Verstappen, our rival, has gone up into 4th there, as you can see on the left hand side, so we need to keep an eye on him as well. Make sure he's not closing the gap too much to us. But yeah, 7 laps to go pretty much. The gap is slightly building to Hamilton, but not overly, so one small mistake he could capitalise and be back in. The good thing is that both myself and Hamilton, we did pit on the same lap, so our tyres are going to sort of wear around the same time really, whereas some of the others, they might have a lap or two more than us. We might lose some grip near the final couple of laps, but hopefully we should be good. I think it said we should have 17 laps with these tyres, and we pitted on lap 9, so in theory it should see us through to the end of the race. But everyone else is on medium tyres as well, which is great, so we're all using the same compound here. Right, it's that corner as well. There's a few corners that are definitely catching us out around this track, so we might go back after this race just to do a few practice laps, a few time trials, just to get the hang of it and just see if we can cut out some of these mistakes and errors. And that's a big mistake there. Hamilton's going to capitalise massively. He should do, especially on this straight. See if that's going to cost us or if we can hold him off. No, he's definitely, yep, he's gone through again. Right, he's braking a bit early, to be honest. Well, it feels like he is, or I don't know if I'm braking super late, but... Alright, it's fine. We've kept P1 there. Got very lucky there. We should have lost that position, and then Hamilton would have been gone. Let's see if we can focus this next lap or two. Try and butt out any mistakes, sort of. Right, 5 laps to go. 1:38 seems to be sort of the average lap time that we are hitting, to be honest. So I mean, not too bad. I'm not sure if that's standard lap time, or I presume obviously people are going much quicker than that. But at least we are sort of consistent with the lap time so far. A bit slow through there, but so far so good. Just under 2 seconds ahead of Hamilton. I don't think we need to worry about any of the other cars, to be honest, unless we have a major crash. It's really going to be Hamilton, really. See if we can keep him to above 1 second. That car is just super quick on the straight. But we are hopefully quicker through the corners. So back up to 1.5 seconds. Pretty good so far. Coming up to lap 14 here of 18. 1:39, so that was definitely a slower lap there. A few mistakes. It's been a very enjoyable race, I'm not gonna lie. Definitely been competitive. It's a shame that you can't actually, but again I don't know whether you can control the actual pit stops, because you sort of just drive into them and then obviously the AI sort of does everything else. So it would be very interesting to actually take control of the tyres, even if it was like a mini game of some sorts, to make the just change the tyres very quickly.
That's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left.
But other than that, the game is really good. Love this circuit. But yeah, maybe just a mini game of some sorts for the.
They've got some kind of mechanical problem.
Oh, that might not be good. If he's got a mechanical problem and he stops on track, is that going to mean a safety car? Unless he can get round and pit. But hopefully there is no safety car, because that is definitely going to close the gap to everyone. Unless we have another good start and then we can just pace off the back of the safety car. But I mean, we haven't got that many laps to go, so hopefully whatever issue he's got, he can stay out on track or just box. Right, 2.8 seconds here to Hamilton, so he's definitely off the pace now. We are pretty good pace wise, so we should be good. Ooh, okay, a bit all over the place there. Right, the gap is still 1.5, 1.6, so it is still pretty good. It's not too bad. Whilst we have got a few laps to go, so hopefully this should see us on another podium and another trophy added to the cabinet. We are, I believe, I think it was 5 or 6 points off of P4 in the Drivers' Championship. So we're currently into P5, I believe, or P6. So we are going to aim and...
Teammate behind is 17.0 seconds.
That's plenty of time. Our goal is to try and finish as high as we can now in the Drivers' Constructors. We set ourselves the goal of top 10, which I think we've comfortably got, so we're just going to try and see how high we can finish now. Unfortunately, I think we've had too many DNFs throughout the season for us to be anywhere close to Hamilton, who is currently the number 1 in the championship. But I can't see why we can't potentially go for a top 5, even maybe a top 4 finish. Again, I think it's too late to push Verstappen in P3 in the season with only this race and one more race to go. And again, we are 4th in the Drivers' Championship. Our goal was top 5, and we have pretty much 200 points security barrier there between 4th and 5th. So that is looking good for our personal targets as well. So overall, it has been a good season on the goals that we've set ourselves. We did renew our contract as well with McLaren, so we will be there for another season, unless at the end of the season we get an offer from someone else. We may consider it. We'll have to see. But so far it hasn't been a bad first year. We have pretty much outraced and outqualified Lando in near enough all the races, barring obviously the ones that we were disqualified or we had major crashes in. But every time we have completed a race, we have pretty much been above him in most of them. Right, last couple of laps here. Pierre Gasly out of the session. It's fine, he hasn't... Oh, big collision there with the wall. He hasn't caused a safety car, which is fine. There is definitely a few corners and a few walls here that I can see catching out a few drivers. Definitely on this track, for sure. Just a slight tap of the wall as well can just send the car flying in the other direction. It's not as narrow as Monaco, but there's definitely a few corners that will catch people out. But I love the home straights or the straights here along all the hotels. Definitely some cars with pace here, opportunities to overtake as well, which is what we love to see. Right.
Yellow flag.
Yellow flag here. Okay, someone broken down. Yep, there's a car there on the track. I didn't see who it was.
Green flag. Final lap. Final lap. Push, push.
I will push, but not a lot because I don't want to have an accident. Looking at the blue dot on the map behind, it feels like he's much closer than what I think he is. Right, 3 seconds now, so it looks like another all Brit podium so far, looking at the standings there with Hamilton and Russell. So we've had an all Brit podium quite a few times this year, especially when we've been up there as well. Verstappen nowhere to be seen in the top 5, which is definitely working in our favour as well for this rivalry. So I think before next race we can safely say that we should have enough points in the bag to secure that rivalry. At 1.8 seconds, 1.3, so he's definitely closing the gap again on this straight. I think we're coming up to the yellow flag sector again at some stage soon. No, we're not, so that's fine. Coming up to last couple of corners here. One more home straight. Perfect. Managed to just hold on to that there.
Fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserve that race win. Well done, mate.
Great racing there. Right driver of the day as well. That's perfect. That was a very, very good race there.
And with that, another year of Formula One draws to a close, and a new World Drivers' Champion is declared.
Also, Hamilton, Drivers' World Champion there. I thought it was yeah, too late to catch him in the season, to be honest. That's why he was pushing hard, because he needed the points, I guess.
It's been a fantastic race from McLaren, that's for sure, and no doubt they'll be celebrating tonight.
But there we go. We'll just watch the podium as per usual. It's very dark on the podium this week. Normally more lighting. Right, another all Brit podium though. Perfect. So let's go and advance and just see how many points we got there in the rivalry against Verstappen. So another 6 points across the board. Perfect. 35 points, 13 points with one race left, I think. Yep, there we go. As you see, rivalry 1. That's perfect. Perfect. Rivalry 1 there. Just what we needed. Right, we should have the final parts for this final race to come in play here. Front wing end plates, drag, perfect. Go to event.
Thanks.
Accept.
I know these kinds of decisions can be challenging, but I think you made the right call.
Right, so what is that contract renewal? Oh, let's go and check the contract.
We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
Market value $3 million, so it's definitely gone up because I think we was $1.5 million. So let's have a look.
Great. They're happy to enter into negotiations with us.
So we're level 11, they require level 9. Let's go for a medium risk. I think we did medium earlier on. Let's see how we get on. Perfect, amazing. So that is an extra 250k there on top of that salary, which is perfect. Perk funds, let's see. Engine wear will be reduced by 10%. Yeah, that's probably going to work in our favour. Alright, that's fine. Right, let's go and check the final standings then, seeing as Hamilton's won. We have still got one race to go, but let's see. Right, so Hamilton, George Russell, so yeah, that's probably why, because he's 30 points behind, but only 26 can be won. There we go then. So we are on 291 with one race to go. So if we have another perfect weekend, we could potentially get into P3 there, which would be amazing for the season that we've had. So yeah, we're going to try and push Verstappen as hard as we can. We've already won the rivalry, but we might as well cap off the season and try and get all three Brits as a 1-2-3. So yeah, let's see how we get on. We've overtaken both Ferraris, which is great. Fernando Alonso, for some reason, is sort of chalked out. Don't know if that means he's retiring or what. And we are comfortably in the P4 in the constructor standings. I think that's where we're going to stay, because Red Bull are on 528. We've got 394. And Aston Martin have got 161. So there's only one race left. We won't get enough points to drop or go above. So yeah. That's all be that for this weekend. Let's just advance here.
You're not currently in a rivalry. Sooner or later, you'll probably be asked by the media who you consider to be
Right,
your rival.
we don't need a rival
Carefully who you select.
because it's the last race of the season, so
Beating them, you'll lose a claim
we'll
if you
just
fail to do so.
we'll leave that for the time being. Right, let's see what they recommend. Energy store sales. I mean, it's the last race of the season, so it doesn't really matter anyway. But right, there we go. That'll be that for this episode then. So I appreciate you guys as always for taking the time to watch these videos. I hope you enjoyed the longer race this time, and obviously the competitiveness. Really enjoyed that race around Vegas. Let me know obviously in the comments what you thought of the track itself and of the close racing that we had, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I will catch you all on the next episode for the final race of the season, so see you soon.